So if you're watching this, my incoherent rant turned out to be coherent enough to post on YouTube. But anyway, I'm trying to qualify for the LA Olympics in the Olympic sprint kayaking in the K4 500 meter distance, and you might be saying that's a long time away, but actually it is not, because in 77 days from now, which is the 20th of February, the qualification period will start with a World Cup in Szeged. And why I'm doing this? Kind of because kayaking is in a bad place, sadly. It's not quite dying yet, but it's in a bad place. And we're losing Olympic disciplines over the last Olympic Games from the year 2000. Yeah, I'm tired of complaining about it, and a lot of people are complaining about it. And we're talking, having discussions. What's wrong? What would I do? What would you do? Bad decisions that individual clubs or local federations or the ICF are doing that people think are against the sport and doesn't promote the sport in a good way. Or like a good example is from the recast days, when we had the streaming on a separate platform that you had to do like ads and get tokens to be able to watch it. It was horrible for the sport, and viewership dropped, and then now we're in the membership era of YouTube in order to watch the stream. But yeah, the sport has to grow in order to survive, and that's kind of why I'm here, because the kayaking is not the boring sport. It's really exciting. The races are really tight, and traveling all around the world, nations from all around the world. It's really exciting. I just think we have to show it in a better way. And for a good example is always from the Olympics 2016 when Marcus Cooper Waltz won the Olympic gold. That race, incredibly exciting. I know a lot of people watched it on YouTube. You can look at the views, but also more recently, the K1000 meter final from the World Cup in Szeged last year, where the race was really tight all the way up until the home hero Balint Kopas won. That race was really exciting, and it has like 150,000 views on YouTube. And all the K2 and K4 500 races, the whole A final can be within 1.5 seconds. I don't know any other sport that does that with a racing time of 80 to 90 seconds. Nothing in athletics does it. Cross-country skiing or anything is that tight, that exciting. Full speed from the beginning. But that's not the perception of kayaking that people at home have. Everyone I talk to are like, oh yeah, you're kayaking? And then they say, oh yeah, I have a kayak at my summer place where I go out in the summer and, kayak. And they're talking about like sea kayaks, not even like surf skis, but like the wide plastic ones. And that's something that we have to change. And, there are people out here doing God's work, as I would say. For example, Waco Vlogs, Philip Bride, Paddlecast from the UK, Josef Dostal, even though he's in Czech, so I can't understand it, even though there's subtitles. But, in Ignas Nauakaukas, same problem. Doing it in Lithuanian. I don't speak Lithuanian. So yeah, I took a little bit of inspiration from a lot of those guys. Other guys from the cross-country skiing community, Skiers Problems, who has a podcast and does some vlogs and stuff, like promoting their sport. Another example is Magnus Mittbo, who's a climber, who has, during the past 10 years maybe, like really grown on YouTube and made climbing a big sport. And I think right now it's doing the best it's done in a long time. So I think that's something we have to work on as a community. And I'm putting myself out here on the line, my face and my voice and my opinions, to hopefully maybe get someone else to do it. I know Philip is back on YouTube, so maybe we'll have some rivalry, posting stuff. But yeah, hopefully we can put the sport in a better place together. Also have to mention, like old school, way back in the days, Anders Gustafsson were real big on YouTube early, like old school. People watched it, his videos have a lot of views, even though it's just him paddling in slow motion, which I found interesting. as a kayak nerd, but like regular people, maybe not. And Ben Brown from the Great Britain, a marathon world champion, did a lot of vlogs back in the day, and then transitioned into just regular vlogging guy. Friends with David Dobrik and Casey Neistat, which is like crazy. Those are like really big channels on YouTube, like 10 years ago, and like still big today, but like crazy to have someone come from the kayaking community and transition into that like regular top of the top of the top of the vlogging community. Enough ranting. Now we have to do some training. Otherwise, this is not gonna work out. So session for today planned is a VO2 session, 35, 25, on and off. It's gonna be really hard.
I was too young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see
you again. So that was the first set done. This is hard, a hard session. Going 1,000 meter pace, 6 times, 35 seconds. Now some rest and set 2.
Hindsight is fleeting when your heart's bleeding and all you can see is red, till you discover it is within each other to forgive and make up.
So that was the second set. Really struggling on the last 3 pieces, some technical breakdown, but yeah, just keep going. One more set.
Young, and I didn't understand that you were the one, and I can't wait to see you again. Oh, I can't wait.
So that was the third set. Actually felt better than the second set. Could push it a little bit more. Yeah, now some cool down and then food.